The Eastern Conference Finals, Game 4. The New York Knicks have a battle ahead. Can they even the series at 2 games apiece? They know they can win, and now must rise to the occasion with millions of fans looking on as they square off against the Pistons. The Eastern Conference Finals continue.
Hello and welcome to Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals. The series stands at 2-1. Obviously, high stakes for both teams tonight. Tonight, it'll be the Detroit Pistons going up against the New York Knicks. I'm Brian Anderson, and with me tonight, Grant Hill and Tim Legler. And down on the sidelines is Allie LaForce. And here's the starting group for the New York Knicks. They've got Karl Anthony Towns, George out there with Josh Hart. Then there's Jalen Brunson, and it's Campbell in a 2-guard. And for the Pistons, Cade and Ivy, they're the backcourt. Durant out there with Asar Thompson, and it's Whitehead in at the 3. Taking a look at Detroit, they've grabbed 2 of the first 3 games. Now they have a chance to go up 3-1 here at home.
And that's a chance they have to take. As the lower seed, once you've stolen home court advantage, you do not want to give it back.
George, a deep 3. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson.
Coming out swinging and hitting the game's first bucket.
And that begins what should be a terrific battle between these teams.
Thompson passes to Cunningham. 6 to shoot. Ivy outside. Fires the 3. Towns with a rebound. George passes to Hart. George peels it out a bit. Outside Brunson. Pass to George. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. Shot's good by Towns.
And he is a force in the paint. Towns is such a huge presence inside for them.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, JB Bickerstaff and I were able to chat. Well, Coach had nothing but praise for Jalen Brunson, and he said he spent a lot of time watching Jalen. His words were, it's not easy for a player his size to dominate like he does. It speaks to his drive and his ability to outthink his opponents. Coach holds Brunson in high regard. Guys, back to you.
Thank you for that, Allie. George outside. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. George has got 5.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And now they are just going to keep riding that momentum with the hot hand.
Detroit moving the ball around. Cunningham with the ball. Pass to Whitehead. Puts up a deep 3. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Well, that's not a horrible shot for him to take, but you could still probably find a higher percentage shot.
Almost 7 feet tall. Towns has the length to get to the line. A tough guy to guard.
New York shooting their first free throws of this game. And so Towns nails them both.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
Ivy passes to Cunningham. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, he is not afraid to mix it up inside. Cunningham fighting for a basket there.
Pass to George. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Nice form on the 20-footer. He has 7.
Talk about a fast start. 4 for 4 right out of the gate.
Cunningham passes to Whitehead. 3-pointer, no good.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Pass to Campbell. And he buries his first look.
Wow, you love that. You come right out and hit 5 straight. It doesn't get any better than that.
Here's Whitehead. Thompson outside. Here's the 3. Buries it from 3.
Yo, what a dish right there. I mean, Ivy anticipated the open man and executed.
Knicks leading by 6. outside. Jacks up a three. Knocks down the long J. George has got 10 points in the game.
Wow, on fire. They haven't missed a shot so far.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. And during the postseason, let's see who's been working the hardest on the glass. Jalen Duren is second.
His awareness around the rim has really been impressive lately. It's obvious he knows every possession is important in the playoffs.
Pass to Whitehead. Now here's Ivy. Cunningham outside. From deep. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. And here's New York now. They're on a 16-7 run. It's Hart on the wing. Shoots over Thompson. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Pistons trail by 9. Now Cunningham. Shot clock at 6. Ivy outside. Misses the 3.
I'm surprised he missed that one. He is a dangerous guy to leave open.
George against Cunningham. And it's New York with another.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And from the opening tip, they've been locked in. Just look at the score. That tells you all you need to know.
With the 7-footer. Nails the baby hook.
And the defense was solid right there, but Cunningham was able to fight through it with better offense.
And George launches it from deep. Nails it from 3. George has got 15 points.
They can't stop him.
And so Cunningham will bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. A 12-point game. Here's Whitehead. No points so far. Back to Cunningham. Over Brunson. And it's Cunningham missing.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
George finds Brunson. To the paint. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flow and rhythm to their offense.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And the Pistons going with a whole new group out there. A big group substitution here for New York. So for the Pistons, Jalen Duren, he's checked in for Holland. Whitehead comes in for Moore. And Cunningham subbed in for Sasser. So on the floor for the Knicks, George out there with Josh Hart. Then there's Jalen Brunson. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Campbell in at the 2. And again, New York with the triple.
Well, he's done everything you want offensively. Great shot selection, and he is a big reason why they have the lead.
Oh, got that one up quick. Whitehead's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
They are shooting it well from beyond the arc right now.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. Pistons trail by 18. Down low. Here's Stewart. Great start so far. 3 of 3 in this one.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
For New York, they've gotten 8 of 12 attempts to drop since the beginning of the second. Back to Brunson. Launches a 3. Duren with a rebound. Detroit has gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight. The fadeaway. And it's Cade with the finish inside.
Yeah, that was an easy one. Cade has every shot in his bag.
Towns outside. George for 3. The rebound by Detroit.
Well, after lighting it up from deep in the first quarter, they have quieted him down.
Whitehead. And he drops it in from the low post. Whitehead's got 5 points now this quarter.
I just love the ball.
Here's Campbell. 12 points for him. And the Knicks miss again. Here's Whitehead from deep three-point land. Kept alive, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Whoa. That is just nasty right there by Duren.
Thanks to AT&T for that fantastic look from their connected cam. Pass to Towns. The three ball. Duren with the rebound. Duren's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Whitehead. And with that one, the deficit trimmed to single digits. Whitehead's got 8 points.
And after not scoring in the first, he's finally starting to get into a groove.
Now a timeout called by New York. And some changes here for Detroit. Thompson, he's checked in for Stewart, and Jaden Ivey subbed in for Jenkins. Here's Campbell. Towns, a screen on Ivey. Here's Campbell. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Pistons trail by 7. Inside. And the dunk by Duren.
The execution has been better lately, but do they have enough energy to pull it off?
In a tight game like this, you really have to take it one possession at a time. Focus on limiting mistakes.
Towns passes to Brunson. George for 3. That one falls. 8 of 10 and scoring with confidence.
Another triple for him. His 4th of the night after that monster first quarter where he hit 3 of them.
Duren finds Thompson. And here's Ivey. Whitehead passes to Duren. Just 5 to shoot. And here's Ivey from the arc. And Detroit another 3.
And there's the answer 3 for Ivey. What a nice job getting himself set for that one.
Pass to Campbell. Over Ivey. And it's New York scoring again.
Yeah, he's been having his way this quarter, attacking the basket and protecting their lead.
Thompson outside. 59 seconds left in the first half of this game. Here's Whitehead.
Playing from behind, it's amazing he chose a dunk with that high a difficulty rating.
Yeah, no. No question, that was a stellar move with plenty of swagger. Pass to Campbell. New York working the ball around now. Fires for 3. And George with the basket on the assist from Hart. George has got 10 points now just in this quarter. And so Cunningham will bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. Trailing by 8. The 3 from Thompson on target from range.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. For 3, Brunson nails it.
3 points.
And Detroit is shooting really well in this matchup. 62% from the floor. Here's Whitehead. There's the 3. And at the buzzer, count it.
Just textbook. Is cool and waited for his shot.
That's just great awareness.
Thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
Thanks for joining our halftime broadcast here in Game 4, where it's been a strong start for the New York Knicks.
playoff atmosphere. Hostile environment, man. They're handling the pressure, putting themselves in a good spot to win.
Hard to focus with thousands of fans screaming at you. They've stayed in it. They've stayed confident. Checking out how the Pistons are doing in this series. They know a win would give them a big advantage in the series and take them one step closer to a postseason upset.
It's hard not to love an underdog, and I'm not talking about our underdog. I'm talking about this underdog.
And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And we're back with more action from the Eastern Conference Finals on 2K Sports. And we welcome you back to Game 4, folks. Thanks for joining us. Pistons trail by 5. Cade and Ivy, they're the backcourt. Thompson out there with Jalen Duren. And it's Whitehead in at the 3 slot. That's the group for Detroit right now.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Brunson passes to George. Fires from the wing. And it's New York scoring again.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
And here's Cunningham outside. It's rebounded by George. George has got 4 rebounds in the game. Towns. Oh, Towns disregarding the D.
Look at Towns asserting himself inside. He knows he can muscle his way to a shot anytime.
Back to Cunningham from the arc. And it's New York with a rebound. George has got 5 rebounds in the game. From deep three-point range, the long-distance 3 is buried. And now it's a 10-point Knick lead.
What a performance for him on the offensive end. He's been fantastic the entire game.
Whitehead can't get it to go.
That's a cold start out of the break. Only one of his first 4 has he gotten to go.
That one goes in. And the Knicks lead by 12.
Everything is dropping for them. Just a terrific third-period run.
Well, whatever they talked about at halftime, it's working now.
Count the basket. 14 points for Cade Cunningham.
Well, that's why he's an all-star. When Cunningham gets going, there is no answer defensively.
Here's Brunson. Kicks it to George. Pass to Hart. From outside the arc. A rebound by Detroit.
Well, you can't make them all, but I doubt the defense wants to give him that kind of look again.
Here's Cunningham. Thompson finds Cunningham. Out left to the wing. Here's Whitehead. Off the mark there with a 3. New York leading by 10. Pass to Hart. It's George on the wing. Give him 30. And he gets that one.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now. He's just trying to close it out.
Here's Whitehead. Off target from 3-point range.
Struggling to get it going out there right now. I think he's pressing just a little bit too much.
Pass to Hart. Now here's Brunson. Brunson with the finish inside.
And you know, he might not be the biggest guard, but Brunson has a dense frame. He has no problem going through contact.
Whitehead. Shot is good.
That's his first from distance this half, which gives him 3 for the night.
Pass to George. And he drops puts in the layup off the glass. George has got 9 points in the quarter.
He is dialed in right now. Perfect from the field this quarter.
Here's Whitehead. George defending. Three-pointer. Towns with a rebound.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well. And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here. Hang it up there like that. Now here's Cunningham. 14 points for him. Pass to Whitehead. Over Towns. Whitehead shot it. It's good. Whitehead's got 17 points.
Well, he's a guy they look to go to, and now you see why.
Brunson passes to George. Baseline try. Yes. And a nice assist from Brunson. Brunson's got assist number 5 here tonight. And so Cunningham will bring it up for Detroit. 15-point game. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Hey, one heck of a crossover there.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
And they are just breaking the will of their opponent.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Holland, he's checked in for the Pistons. Jenkins comes in for the Pistons. Stewart comes in for Holland, and it's Whitehead in for Thompson. McBride, he's checked in for New York. Knicks leading by 20. Whitehead, he's checked in for the Pistons. And a switch here also for New York. Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for Bridges. On the court right now for the Knicks. Inside, it'll be the dynamic pair of Anunoby and Cat. Then there's George. Then there's Jalen Brunson. And it's Campbell in at the shooting guard position.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's Whitehead. Nails it from beyond the arc. Whitehead's got 10 points in just the second half.
It's been a modest night scoring so far. Maybe that shot will encourage him to get some more looks.
Towns on a screen. New York again can't hit. Pistons trail by 20. Cunningham right side to the paint. Holland. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Yeah, he gives up a few inches to most of his matchups, but his ability to rise above always gives him a chance.
Outside Brunson. And miss after miss right now.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimmick. Filthy. I mean, just the arena is stunned.
He's got a deep bag of tricks to dig into. Thanks for that great view, courtesy of the AT&T Connected Cam. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. Towns a screen on Cunningham. Pass to Campbell, puts up a deep three. And it's Whitehead with a rebound. Whitehead's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Jenkins. Gets the three to fall. Jenkins has got 5 points in the quarter.
Very difficult to stop team play when the ball's moving. Excellent find with the pass to create that scoring opportunity.
That shot wide open. And the Knicks lead by 16.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real finished at the arc.
And when you give up a three, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. For the Pistons, Jalen Duren, he's checked in for Holland, and Jaden Ivey subbed in for Jenkins. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Josh Hart's checked in for Anunoby. Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. Whitehead's got 15 points here in the second half.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Launches it from deep. The rebound by Detroit. Cunningham's got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's Ivey. And again, it's Detroit converting.
Well, the roles were reversed right there. Usually it's Ivey creating off the dribble. That time, someone created for him.
Campbell, pass to Brunson. New York working the ball around now. Kicks it out Towns. It's Hart on the wing. Towns is screen on Stewart. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Campbell. For Ivey. Campbell can't hit. Detroit with the ball. They're on a 20-6 run. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. New York leading by 9. Hart with the screen on Cunningham. Here's Brunson. Fantastic work down low from the crafty Brunson.
Such a strong floater game. Just another part of Brunson's expanding arsenal.
Now Stewart. Now Cunningham. He launches. Duren. Now Ivey. From deep. Rebounded by Towns. And here's Brunson.
Well, he made a couple of shots early, but since the half, he just can't seem to find his rhythm.
Stewart! Cash from downtown!
Yeah, he just needs more shots. He has to get more involved.
Brunson up top. He's watched by Cunningham. Here's Towns. Hard outside. George fires. Can't hit it. Pistons trail by 8. Here's Whitehead. Fires the 3. The 3 ball is down.
And any decent look from distance, he's taking it. He has that locked-in mentality right now.
And he's keeping the game within striking distance. I don't know where they'd be without his shooting.
And the Pistons making a change here. Thompson's checked in. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to find out what the Knicks coach was going over with his guys. Well, coach is thrilled with their three-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Outside Cunningham. On the tray. Knicks leading by 5. Brunson taking his time here. Now down. Shoots a 3. Oh, the shot is off. Ivey outside. Takes a 3. Hart with a rebound.
Yeah, I think he forced that a little bit there. Should have tried for a higher percentage look from the 3.
And they go to the intentional foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Outside Brunson. Oh, the long ball, no good.
Well, after a great start, he has really cool.
Wow, with some power.
Wow, going to the top floor.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? It falls.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
And this is where you really want to be mindful. No turnovers, no sloppy play.
Thompson outside. Let's loose for three. Brunson pulls it down, and he commits the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that increases the lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 7-point game.
And if you get a chance to build your lead at the free throw line, you've got to take it.
Detroit calls timeout. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. All right, guys, what do you think?
Too little, too late. Making a change won't save them now.
Well, you're going to have to play this out, take pride in every possession because they are critical at this point.
So New York wins it. A huge victory for them, knotting this series to 2.
We've got ourselves a series, folks. Neither team with much of an advantage. It's a tight one.
And so this one is in the books. We hope you've enjoyed being with us for the Eastern Conference Finals. For reporter Allie LaForce and for Tim Legler and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for joining us. As we leave, we present our player of the game.